You got reincarnated with your wife. In your past life, your wife was a world-famous goddess that basically every guy on the planet was obsessed with. And you were just the quiet guy behind the scenes doing all the housework. Every time she came home, she treated you like you didn't exist. 7 years of marriage, and she never let you touch her. Not once. Slowly, you got tired of always waiting. So you walked up to her and asked for a divorce. Let's get divorced. Your voice was rock steady, and behind you, after a long silence, Xiaoxiu finally let out a soft, trembling sound. Standing at the door of the Civil Affairs Bureau, you stared at the divorce certificate in your hands, feeling everything all at once. If only she hadn't gone down that path, would things have turned out completely different? I'm sorry. Suddenly, your footsteps stopped. From behind you came the sound of muffled, broken sobbing. You couldn't hold it together. You turned around and gently ruffled her hair. You smiled and said, "You didn't do anything wrong. You've got a crazy busy career, and that's just how it is. Get more sleep and lay off those sleeping pills. Gangzi told me that stuff has some real nasty side effects. Once I'm gone, you gotta learn to cook for yourself. Stop ordering takeout. Next week was supposed to be our anniversary. I'd already booked that bridal shop you love. Was finally gonna get those wedding photos done. Guess that's off the table now." You gave a self-deprecating shake of your head. Xiaoxiu's eyes were turning red. You smiled, turned around, and waved goodbye. Hot, glistening tears started streaming down Xiaoxiu's face. There was no stopping them now. Through her blurry vision, your figure grew smaller and smaller, tears soaking that breathtakingly beautiful face of hers. It was like every ounce of strength had been drained from her. She collapsed to the ground, her heart feeling like a piece had been ripped out, a deep, piercing ache. This woman, who always lit up the big screen with that dazzling smile of hers, was now completely falling apart, sobbing her eyes out, helpless, letting snowflakes pile up on her frail shoulders. Then, a sharp blast of a horn, you spotted an out-of-control semi-truck barreling straight toward Xiaoxiu. Your mind went blank. Your body moved on its own. You tossed the little red booklet to the curb and sprinted toward her with everything you had. "Xiu, move!" You screamed at the top of your lungs. Xiaoxiu looked up through her tear-soaked eyes, frozen, watching you charge at her. And just like that, those lifeless eyes of hers sparked back to life. She threw her arms wide open and ran straight into yours. This is a breaking report from Central City News. A truck driver named Li was caught drunk driving, and at 7:05 tonight struck and killed a newly divorced couple at the Baixiang intersection. Li is currently a hit-and-run suspect and still at large. We urge all citizens to come forward with any information on his whereabouts. In the photo, you and Xiaoxiu looked like you'd gone back to the very start, wrapped tightly in each other's arms, inseparable. When you finally snapped out of the darkness, the light hit you hard. You couldn't help but squint. Then you felt a shove on your shoulder, and the face staring back at you was some scrawny kid in massive black frame glasses with a few pimples on his forehead. "Bro, food's ready, and let's go, let's go!" Your pupils shrank. Before you could think, you blurted out, "Gangzi? Dude, you actually got skinny again. You look exactly like you did back in high school." Fu Xiaogang's mouth twitched. He reached over and felt your forehead, muttering, "That can't be right. You seriously zoned out doing a math test? Like, actually zoned out? Math test?" You looked down at the desk, lifted your arms, and found a nearly blank test paper underneath, just 2 multiple-choice answers filled in. At the top it read, Grade 10, Class 5, Chen Luo. In an instant, your eyes went wide. You snatched a small round mirror off the desk in front of you, the one with the pink cat on the back. Staring back at you was a fair-skinned, sharp-eyed, glowing young face, not a single trace of stubble anywhere. You bolted out of the classroom and stood on the third-floor hallway, surrounded by laughing, goofing around teenagers, a bright blue sky overhead, and music echoing across the open schoolyard. You'd been reborn, back in high school. "Bro, you sure you're okay? I feel like something's seriously off with you." "Man, get out of here. You think you're being polite saying that to my face?" You headed to the cafeteria with the crowd, and the second it fully hit you that you'd genuinely gone back to high school, you felt this massive rush, excitement, joy, and something complicated all bundled up together. The high of being reborn made you forget the very last moment of your past life. This time around, you were going to change how it all ended. Then, a crackling screech from the school intercom made you stop dead in your tracks, and a name you knew way too well echoed through the air. The next song is a request from Xiaoxiu in grade 10, No More Contact. No more contact. The melody drifted through the air and everything in front of you went hazy, 1,000 thoughts flooding your mind all at once. You snapped back to reality after spacing out, reached into your pocket out of habit, not expecting to feel something there, but came up empty. You gave a helpless smile, walked into the cafeteria, and got in line. "Ma'am, if your hand's shaking that bad, maybe just let me take over?" You watched that scoop go from 8 pieces of chicken to 5 to 3, and you just couldn't hold it in anymore. The lunch lady let out an awkward laugh. "Sorry about that, hun. My arthritis is acting up. Cut me a little slack." And just like that, 3 pieces became 2. Your mouth twitched. You turned around and walked straight to the next window. Zero tolerance. "My bad, ma'am. I think I actually changed my mind." Leaving the lunch lady completely bewildered, just standing there totally lost. The kids behind you in line, who'd been too awkward to bail, all scattered the second you walked away. That was a giant scoop with like 2 thumb-sized pieces of meat. Even a dog would have been disappointed. That window cleared out instantly, but moments later, a stunning, radiant figure made her way over. You grabbed your food, found a random seat, and just went to town. Fu Xiaogang spotted you and came over to join. Excuse me, is anyone sitting here? Mind if I sit down? A familiar voice. You froze mid-bite. Your whole body went stiff. How was she here? By all accounts, you two should have had zero overlap in high school. The first time you officially met was at a college club welcome party. Well, the cafeteria was probably just full. Pure coincidence. You told yourself that, and your racing heart slowly settled back down. Fu Xiaogang thought the voice sounded familiar too. He looked up and nearly dropped his jaw. Standing right in front of them was a tall, slender figure, rocking a white school uniform tee and navy blue slacks. No worries, no one's here, go ahead. Fu Xiaogang's heart was straight up in his throat, buzzing with excitement, praying with everything he had that Xiao Xiu would sit next to him. That alone would give him bragging rights for the next half year. Scratch that, a full year, more than enough to flex on Chen Luo. He'd be the guy the school's hottest girl personally chose to sit with. You side-eyed him. Dude was sitting there grinning like a total idiot, deep in a daydream. Oh, thank you so much. Xiao Xiu smiled softly, tucked a strand of hair behind her ear, and sat down right next to you, like it was the most natural thing in the world. You could practically hear the sound of a heart shattering from across the table, like a washed-up fish that just lost its last reason to keep swimming. No clue why she sat next to you, but once she was down, Xiao Xiu just quietly started eating. No small talk, no sign of wanting any. Her tray had 3 dishes, stir-fried pork with green peppers, tomato and egg, and chicken. Wait, hold up, why does she have that much chicken? Xiao Xiu was all about the meat, hated green peppers, so she naturally picked them all out and dropped them straight onto Chen Luo's tray. Fu Xiaogang happened to look up right at that moment. He saw it, and froze, completely petrified, chopsticks going nowhere. But what really got him was that you just acted like it was the most normal thing ever. Picked up those green peppers and popped them in your mouth, chased it with a bite of rice. Absolute bliss. He sat there watching as the two of you, not a single word exchanged, one passed, one ate, completely in sync, treating him like he was literally air. A background prop for their little couple moment. Bro, y'all really out here holding a knife to a single person's throat. This is brutal. Chen Luo, I hate you. Then suddenly you stopped dead mid-bite, and it hit you. You were not at home having dinner, you were in the school cafeteria. It just looked way too much like how things used to be at home. You didn't even catch yourself doing it. Pure muscle memory from your past life had kicked in, and you'd already eaten Xiao Xiu's unwanted green peppers. Then another thought hit you. Wait, by this timeline, Xiao Xiu shouldn't even know you exist yet. So how did she bring that habit with her? Could it be she also? Your eyes blew wide open. Xiao Xiu seemed to notice them both staring and looked up blankly. Then, catching herself in the act, her face went beet red in an instant. But then her eyes drifted over to your tray. The green peppers were gone. A suspicious look crept across her face. You felt your scalp prickle. You were about to get busted, so you thought fast, shot to your feet, and immediately threw your boy under the bus. Bro, I wasn't even paying attention. I just figured you put those there. And if you're not giving me your chicken in return, no way am I eating your nasty peppers. Wearing a full face of disgust, you shoved the last of the peppers in your mouth with a scoop of rice, then casually reached over and swiped the big drumstick right off Fu Xiaogang's frozen, lifeless tray.